Hey everybody, it's Brent in Central Arkansas. I've got a problem and I'm going to fix it, and I'm going to show you how I fix it. So let me turn the camera around and we'll get after it. My kabocha squash here is the most aggressive of the viners, and it's grown up and way over almost to the other trellis now, if you look over there. But the problem is, in order to have the green beans get some afternoon sunlight especially, or at least some mottled sunlight, I needed to remove the leaves coming up. And that's the plan for all my vining squash, including these next to me. They're just a little further behind. My problem now is that we're in the mid to upper 80s. I think it's about 88 now. You can see from my shadow there that we're probably about 2 in the afternoon, and my kabocha squash have been sitting in the sunlight for a long time, from all morning until the afternoon here. Now, some leaves sometimes will block some of the sun from the fruit. The problem with fruiting plants, squash, tomatoes, peppers, and all that, is that they'll get Sunscald. Look at this one up here. So I need to do something to protect them from the Sunscald and still have my trim plan, my prune plan, continue to work. Now that these are getting older and I'm starting to set fruit and cross and self, all that, I had another video on that, I need to start taking some of the other leaves out, especially that one there that is so long. It'll still provide enough of the photosynthesis needed to mature the squash, but I need some sunlight too. So it's a compromise between sunlight coming in and providing the necessary photosynthesis to mature the fruit. So let's go over to my deck and I will show you what I'm going to do to mitigate this issue and prevent Sunscald on my precious fruit, or the fruits of my labor. This is that landscape fabric. Let me pull the camera up just a little bit. That I use to make the shade curtains and the individual shade stands. I have another video on that. So my intent is to cut this about, I would say, I could probably get away with 6 inches by 6 inches. And so I'm going to cut 6 inches by 6 inch squares, and then I'm going to manipulate that, craft a sun shield, if you will, and then I'll show you how I put it on top of the squash. So first thing first, let me cut them about the size that I want. And these will be really quick and easy to make if I need to make them. So let's cut this one about here. Use this one as a template for this one. Should be able to knock out 3 of these real quick. Now that squash we're looking at is kabocha. I don't remember if I said what it is or not. And it is a grower. Let me tell you, I like it a lot because it's supposed to be a good tasting squash, the kabochas. So for uniformity's sake, because I'm just that way for some reason, these are all about the same size, and I got 3 of them there, and I got a little bit extra. I'll make sure I got you in the camera here. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to fold these in half, like so, and like so, just like we did back in grade school. And I'm going to cut the tip out like this, which should provide a little bit of a hole in the center that, because the kabocha squash stem can get pretty big from what I've seen online. Perfect. So I did that, and all I'm going to do now is cut it to the middle. That way I can wrap it around the stem just like so, and then I'll secure it with some small clothespins, just like that. And that way it'll drape over the squash and protect it from the sun. Hopefully it'll be secure enough. I've got a plan for that, where it won't, you know, blow off in high winds. So let me finish the other two, and we'll go on to, look, I didn't know my leg was going to be in there. Anyway, I've got shorts on, if you can't see that. So inside my creamer here, the one I keep, the creamer container, the one I keep the organza bags on for bagging squash when I'm pollinating or cross-pollinating. I also have big ones to cover tomato fruit or any other kind of fruit, to protect it against insects or what have you till it ripens a bit more. I have these little clothespins that I bought purposely for doing this type of work, and they're very inexpensive. They're in my Amazon store if you're curious. Doesn't have to be small ones, it could be big ones, but for my sake these are plastic, and I bought a ton of them for a very inexpensive price, and less bulky is better for me. So I'm going to secure the fabric with these little clothespins. So let me go out and show you that. All right, let's do this. I've got a piece here that I'm going to put over this squash. It happens to be the smallest one. I did the others first because they were in direct sunlight. So I'm going to do this one because it's in the shade last. So the first thing we're going to do is put it up and over just like this, and then just kind of wrap it around so that the hole is small here. I'm going to take where it overlaps here, fold it under, and put a clothespin on it. How hard is that? I'll probably put 4 around because I have so many of these. And the lower layer and upper layer together, so when I put the clothespin on, it's holding both layers together. And these aren't that strong, but they're not really that weak either. These should be fine. So I'll show you what it looks like from underneath and above. Well, you can see what it looks like from above now it's done. Took I don't know, a minute. You guys are watching the video, you can look and see when I started. And that's what it looks like from the top. That's the one we just did. Here's another one. These were bigger. This one, and this one up here. We're going to look at it from underneath. Nice and protected. Look at that big beautiful fruit. Now it does bring up the question, what am I going to do about this fruit here that I just pollinated? Well, I'm going to take one of those exact same ones and I'm just going to bend it around the wire and over the top of this one, and that'll protect it until it gets big enough where I can put this on top of it. And one of the cool things about the trellis is it's growing down below, which is, this is the first fruit to do that, and that's pretty cool. I really like that. So let me turn the camera around here. I wanted to say thank you for watching the video. Bug flew in my ear. Thank you for watching the video. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Hit that like button. It gets the algorithm going in my favor. And most of all, comment. Let me know what you think. And I just love chatting. Doesn't have to be a positive comment. It can be a negative comment or a contrary comment or a comment with a different opinion. Doesn't matter. I like it all. Till next video, we'll see you later.
How long do we gotta stay here for people we don't know in one lines? All of the clothes are designer, fast cars and who knows who. Yeah, I know what they wanna say. They're gonna ask me if I'm gonna make it. I don't care if I'm gonna have to fake it, long as I can be